And welcome back to News Now at 5 o'clock. I'm joined by Judith Einach. Judy will be running for the State Assembly 150th District. Judy, thank you for coming aboard.
Thank you for inviting me.
So what inspired you? I know you've had some experience before with running in some in some other races, but what about this race? What brought you to the State Assembly race specifically?
Well, I was asked by Norm Green, who's chair of the Democratic Committee, and I gave it very, very serious thought. I looked at my own capacity to do that, and I looked at my opponent's voting record, and those two things combined clinched the deal. I said, yes, I will do this.
Is there anything you want to see different in Albany? I know a lot of people talk about how Albany isn't really transparent.
There's so much that we could do to clean that up if we have the will to do it. I certainly will advocate for everything that I think we can do and should do that will go a long ways toward curtailing corruption. I don't know that we'll ever get rid of it entirely, but we can do a great deal to minimize it.
Do you have any ideas in mind as the election approaches?
So I have no problem disclosing everything that should be disclosed so that the public and the voters really can get insight into what their representatives are doing.
You've ran in some political races
Just
before.
one.
Just one. What was that?
I ran for mayor of Buffalo in 2005 when it was a wide open field. I ran as an independent candidate and I stayed in the race defying all the odds and aggravating a lot of people until through election day. I knew I wasn't going to win, but women didn't run for mayor. That was not something that the men were used to. And I felt it was time. I knew the city well, and I thought I would represent women well. I thought I would represent the issues well, and I really had amazing support.
Was there anything that you learned from that race that now you can use, especially when you're going up against Mr. Goodell, who's, he's been in his position for many years now, 8 years, and he's had experience as well as being the county executive. So you're going up with someone that's experienced.
And he has a record. I can do the research to find out really where his votes have been and other things as well. I am very good at talking with people. I know I need to be out there all the time meeting people. And I know I have to be fearless about where I go and what I do. And I've actually been having a time of my life. I'm enjoying, truly discovering what's going on here. I hadn't been in this county much until I moved here in 2010, but I grew up going to Bemis Point every summer with my folks. And so getting around and getting out and seeing the great stuff that's happening here it's so much fun. It's actually made me feel younger and more alive.